Let me share something important with you. There are certain things you should never disclose to others, not out of concealment, but to safeguard your future. Life is filled with distractions, and people often want to know your personal matters. They may be interested in your dreams, struggles, and plans. However, it's crucial to ask yourself, who are you sharing this information with, and why? I've learned this lesson the hard way. When I first began my journey, I didn't realize the importance of discretion. I didn't understand that discussing certain topics with the wrong people could hinder my progress, dilute my focus, and introduce unnecessary doubt. So, here's my advice. You need to protect these 5 key aspects. They will help keep you grounded, focused, and most importantly, safeguard your success. When you stop revealing the wrong things, your energy will increase, your clarity will improve, and your path will become much clearer. These aren't just tips. They are principles I've adhered to for decades, and I can assure you they work. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will help you protect your vision and your life's work. Let's dive in. 1. Your big dreams and goals. Now let me tell you something that might sound a little strange at first. You should never share your big dreams and goals with just anyone. Let me explain why. You see, when you have a big vision for your life, something that excites you, something that makes you feel alive, you're entering a different level of thinking. You're seeing things that other people might not be able to see yet. You're thinking beyond the ordinary, beyond the average, and that's exactly why you need to guard your dreams. Here's the thing about dreams. They're fragile in the beginning. They're like a seed, and when you first plant a seed, you don't take it out of the soil and show it to the world. No, you let it grow in the darkness, protected from the elements. You water it, you nurture it, and you let it develop in peace. If you take that seed out of the soil too early, if you show it to the wrong people, it can be trampled, criticized, or even laughed at. And that seed, that dream, might never grow into the tree it was meant to be. When you share your big dreams with people who aren't on the same level, who don't have the same drive, who don't share the same vision, it's like showing that little seed to someone who's not willing to protect it. Some will question you. They'll ask, how are you going to do that? That sounds impossible. They'll give you reasons why it can't be done, why it's too risky, too ambitious, too far-fetched. And if you're not careful, those doubts can stick with you. I'm telling you, the first time you share your dreams with someone who isn't in alignment with your vision, you're setting yourself up for unnecessary negativity. Now, it's not that those people are bad or that they don't care about you. It's just that they haven't walked your path. They don't see the future you see. They might not understand your determination, your discipline, and the sacrifices you're willing to make to get there. Now, this isn't to say that you should never share your goals with anyone, but the key is to be selective. Share your dreams with people who inspire you, who are already where you want to be. Share them with those who will uplift you, encourage you, and push you forward. Don't waste time with dream killers. It's just like Jim Rohn always said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're sharing your dreams with people who are negative, who don't believe in big goals, who aren't motivated, you're going to find yourself drifting further from your vision, not closer to it. When you have a dream that's so big it scares you, that's the one you should keep close to your chest. It should be something that drives you, that keeps you up at night, that fills you with excitement and purpose, but you have to protect it, especially in the early stages. You can't let someone's doubts or disbelief plant seeds of uncertainty in your mind. Trust me, I've seen it happen too many times. People who have big dreams, but they share them with the wrong people, and those dreams get crushed before they even have a chance to take root. So, what do you do instead? You keep that dream in your heart and mind, you work on it every single day, and you make it a reality with your own hands. Let your actions do the talking. Let your progress speak louder than your words. Because when you show up day after day, doing the work, putting in the effort, people will start to notice. And by then, your dream will be so solid, so real, that no one can doubt you. Remember, your dreams are yours, and only you know the kind of work it will take to make them happen. Don't let anyone's opinion sway you from your course. Keep your vision clear and protect it from those who can't see what you see. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and don't be afraid to keep your big dreams to yourself while they're still growing. Because when the time is right, you'll be able to share the results. And by then, it won't matter who doubted you. Your success will speak for itself. 2, your struggles and weaknesses. Let's talk about something that everyone deals with, struggles. We all have them, every one of us. Whether it's in business, relationships, health, or personal growth, we face difficulties. And it's natural to want to talk about it, to share what's weighing on you. But I'm here to tell you that there's something you need to be very careful with. Don't share your struggles and weaknesses with everyone. Why? Because sharing your struggles with the wrong people can do more harm than good. It's not about pretending everything's perfect. It's about protecting your energy and focus. You see, when you talk too much about your difficulties, something interesting happens. You start to invite more of the same into your life. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. If you focus on your problems, you'll only attract more problems. It's like feeding a fire. It only grows bigger the more attention you give it. Now, I'm not saying you should bottle up everything and pretend nothing's wrong. We all need a trusted person we can confide in, a mentor, a coach, someone who can help you see things clearly and offer wisdom. But the truth is, you don't need to share every difficulty with just anyone you meet. You don't need to share your weaknesses, especially with people who won't help you grow. Too often, we're looking for sympathy. We want someone to tell us that it's okay, that we're not the only ones struggling. And yes, sometimes we all need a little encouragement. But when you share your struggles too widely, when you make them the focal point of every conversation, something begins to happen. You start identifying yourself as that struggle. You start to see yourself as the victim. And that mindset will keep you stuck in the same place. It will prevent you from breaking through to the next level. Here's the thing about struggle. Everyone has it. But the ones who succeed don't get stuck there. They don't dwell on their weaknesses. Instead, they look for solutions. They focus on what's next, not what went wrong. They take action. The more you talk about your struggles, the more they define you. The less you talk about them, the more power you take back. And let's talk about the people you share these struggles with. Be careful. Not everyone around you will have your best interests at heart. Some will give you advice that doesn't work. Some will simply listen and reinforce your negative thinking. You might have people around you who mean well, but they don't understand your goals, your vision, or the path you're walking. If you're constantly sharing your struggles with them, they'll only help you see more of the struggle, not the solution. Now, I'm not telling you to hide your feelings or pretend like you've got it all together. Life is tough sometimes, and it's okay to admit that. But you need to choose wisely when it comes to who you share your personal struggles with. Only surround yourself with people who will help you move forward. People who will listen, yes, but then challenge you, encourage you, and help you see a way out. There's a principle I live by: the power of focus. If you focus on what's wrong, you'll see everything that's wrong. But if you focus on the solution, if you focus on getting better, you'll begin to see opportunities you never noticed before. You'll start to feel stronger, more capable, and more in control. When you stop sharing your struggles so widely, you regain control of your own narrative. You stop being defined by your problems, and you start defining yourself by your actions, your mindset, and your ability to overcome. Remember, no one wants to follow a leader who is constantly talking about how hard things are. They want to follow someone who shows up, who stays strong, and who keeps moving forward, no matter the challenges. The more you share your weaknesses, the more you invite others to see you as weak. But when you keep your struggles to yourself, when you focus on overcoming them quietly, you start to show up as strong, capable, and unshakable. So, keep your struggles close to your chest, not because you're hiding from them, but because you're in the process of becoming stronger. Don't let the world define you by your struggles. Let your actions, your perseverance, and your growth be what people see. Let your success speak louder than your difficulties ever could. 3, your financial situation. Let's get into something that a lot of people get wrong: your financial situation. Now, I'm not saying you should hide it from yourself or ignore your finances, but you should be very careful about who you share it with. You see, money is a sensitive subject. People have all kinds of opinions about it, especially when it comes to your money. The reality is, most people who haven't achieved financial freedom don't understand what it takes to get there. And that's where the trouble starts. You begin to share your financial situation with someone who hasn't walked the same path, and you get advice that doesn't serve you. Some people will give you tips, but they haven't done what you're trying to do. They haven't built the kind of wealth or security you're striving for. And let's be honest, sometimes people can't give you what they don't have. Here's the thing about money. It's a very private matter. Now, you might think that if you talk to someone about your finances, they'll understand, they'll help, or maybe even give you some good advice. But that's not always the case. When you open up about your financial situation, you're giving other people a chance to influence your thinking. And trust me, if you want to be successful, you need to protect your thinking. The way you think about money has everything to do with the way you manage it and grow it. You see, when you share your financial struggles with people who haven't been able to solve their own, you invite them to share their fears with you. And their fears are contagious. They'll tell you that you're taking too much of a risk, that you need to be careful, that you should settle for less. They'll tell you to play it safe, but playing it safe rarely leads to anything great. In fact, playing it safe is one of the quickest ways to get stuck in a life that's far from what you want. When you're working on your financial goals, you need to be careful about who you let into that conversation. You don't need to explain your investments, your income, or your business plans to anyone who isn't part of that journey. Only share it with people who can add value to your thinking. People who are where you want to be, people who have walked the road, people who understand what it takes to build wealth. The truth is, your financial situation is a reflection of your mindset. If you're constantly sharing your financial struggles with people who don't have the mindset of success, you'll end up getting more of the same advice, more of the same limiting beliefs. When you keep your financial situation to yourself, you protect your mindset from negativity. You stay focused on your vision, not someone else's doubts or limitations. And this isn't just about not sharing your income or your debts. It's also about not seeking validation from others for your financial decisions. You don't need to explain why you're investing in something, why you're taking risks, or why you're working so hard to build something. The people who are really in the game don't need to explain themselves. They just keep showing up, keep working, and let their results do the talking. Another reason you need to keep your finances to yourself is that people will often judge you based on your money, whether it's the money you have or the money you don't have. If you're doing well financially, people might start treating you differently or even take advantage of you. If you're struggling, people might pity you or worse, offer advice that could steer you in the wrong direction. Either way, your financial situation becomes a distraction from what's really important: your growth, your plans, and your vision. So let me make this clear. Don't let anyone's opinion about your money become your reality. Keep your financial situation private, keep your goals clear, and keep your focus on the journey ahead. If you want to build wealth, if you want to create the life you've dreamed of, then you have to be willing to protect your mindset, protect your decisions, and protect your money from the opinions and judgments of those who don't understand. The more you focus on your financial goals in private, the more you'll be able to block out distractions, build your wealth, and create the life you deserve. Keep your eyes on the prize, and remember, financial freedom isn't something you announce to the world. It's something you build quietly, strategically, and with purpose. 4. Your next move or plan. Let's talk about something that's very important to your success: your next move or plan. You see, too many people make the mistake of talking about what they're going to do before they do it. They tell everyone about their next big project, the new venture they're planning, or the goal they're about to tackle. And let me tell you something, stop doing that. When you share your next move with the wrong people, you've already given away part of the power that comes with it. Here's the truth. You don't need to announce your next step to anyone. The real power lies in taking action. The world doesn't need to know what you're about to do. They'll find out when you've done it. And when you've done it, your results will speak for themselves. Why do people talk so much about their plans? Well, some of it comes from seeking validation. We want someone to tell us that our ideas are good, that they believe in what we're doing. But here's the thing. You don't need validation for your dreams. You don't need anyone's permission to make things happen. You just need to take action. If you're always talking about what you're going to do, then you're not doing it. Action is what matters. The people you tell, they might give you a little encouragement, or worse, they might tell you all the reasons why it won't work. But if you stay focused on your work and not the chatter, you'll make progress much faster. Think about this. How many times have you told people about your big plans, only for them to shoot them down or tell you why it's too risky? They might not even be malicious in their intentions, but they don't see what you see. They don't feel the fire you feel. They don't have the vision that you have. And here's the real danger. Once you tell someone your plan and they doubt it, you can begin to doubt it too. It can create a crack in your confidence, and suddenly your focus is broken. And trust me, that's something you don't want when you're trying to make something big happen. When you're working on something important, keep it quiet until it's ready to be shared. Let your plan develop in silence. Let it evolve behind the scenes. Let your energy go into the work, not into explaining yourself to others. There's a lot of strength that comes from working in silence, from building something without the noise of outside opinions. People might not understand, and they don't have to. You don't need anyone's approval to succeed. Here's a great example. Have you ever seen someone who is really successful? Someone who's accomplished something remarkable, and then found out that they didn't tell anyone what they were doing until after it was done? That's because they knew what I'm telling you. There's power in silence. When you share your next move too early, you're letting go of that power. It's like letting someone take a peek at the blueprint before the house is even built. What happens? People start to form opinions. They start offering their advice, and before you know it, your focus is diluted, your energy is scattered, and your plan is no longer your own. Now, I'm not saying you should hide everything or isolate yourself from all feedback, but be selective about who you share your plans with, and only share them when you've already taken action. This way, when you do share your progress, it's backed up by something real. It's no longer a plan, it's a reality. And that's when people start to listen. If you've got a big move coming up, don't announce it until you're already moving. Let your actions and results do the talking for you, because nothing is more powerful than following through on what you said you'd do. When you show up consistently, when you execute your plan, people will be amazed, but they won't be amazed by your words. They'll be amazed by your results, and that's how you make an impact. So remember this, don't talk about your next move, just make it, keep it quiet, keep it focused, and let the results speak for themselves. That's the secret to making things happen. It's not about what you're going to do, it's about what you're doing right now. And when you do it in silence, with confidence and discipline, you'll be unstoppable. 5, your personal struggles with people. Now let's talk about something that can really hold you back, your personal struggles with people. Everyone has relationships, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or even people you're close to. We all have connections with others. But here's the deal. You don't need to share your personal struggles with just anyone. And that's something I want you to take to heart. I know this might sound a little surprising because we've all heard the advice about being open, being vulnerable, and sharing our feelings. But let me explain why this can be dangerous when it comes to people who aren't invested in your growth or success. When you're going through a difficult time with someone, a conflict, a misunderstanding, or any type of struggle, sharing it too widely can lead to a lot of negative consequences. Here's the thing. People who aren't part of the problem or the solution can't offer you the advice you really need. And worse, sometimes when you share those struggles, you're not getting advice at all. You're just getting opinions that are based on their own experiences, biases, and judgments. You're allowing them to form a narrative about you, the other person involved, and the situation itself. And when you let too many people get involved, it complicates things. It makes it harder to find clarity and solution. All those different perspectives, those conflicting opinions, can confuse you, make you second-guess yourself, and even escalate the problem unnecessarily. Think about it. When you're sharing your struggles with someone who isn't objective, they might tell you exactly what you want to hear, or they might tell you exactly what you don't want to hear. Either way, you're not getting the kind of support you need to move forward. Instead, you're just fueling more emotions, more drama, and more confusion. Another issue with sharing your personal struggles with people is that they may have a tendency to take sides. You might have family members or friends who pick sides based on their own feelings, loyalties, or biases. And now, instead of resolving the issue, you've created more tension. Now, it's no longer about resolving your personal situation with that individual. It's about navigating the opinions of everyone else who's been brought into it. That's not helpful. That's just a recipe for disaster. Let's also talk about the impact that sharing your struggles with others can have on your own mindset. When you share your difficulties too widely, you risk being defined by those difficulties. People start to see you as the person with problems, not the person who's solving them. And the more you talk about your struggles, the more it becomes your identity. Conclusion. So, to wrap things up, let me leave you with this powerful thought. Life is a journey, and the way we navigate that journey is shaped by the choices we make. Not just the actions we take, but the information we share and the people we share it with. You see, there's a reason why successful people tend to keep their plans and struggles close to the chest. It's not because they're hiding anything. It's because they understand the value of keeping their focus where it matters most. They know that too much sharing can dilute their energy and distract them from their true purpose. They don't need the opinions or validation of others because they're clear on what they want and where they're going. When you protect your vision, protect your plans, and protect your struggles, you give yourself the best shot at success. You're not letting the noise of the world distract you. You're not letting the negativity of others sway you from your path. You're staying focused on what really matters, your growth, your progress, and the impact you want to have in the world. Let's be real. Life is full of challenges, and those challenges will come at you from all directions. There will be times when things aren't going your way, when the road seems uncertain, or when people doubt you. But the key to getting through those tough times is how you handle them. And a big part of that is knowing what to share and, more importantly, what not to share. Don't share your struggles with people who will only make you feel more defeated. Don't share your plans with people who don't understand your vision. Don't share your next move with everyone because, frankly, not everyone deserves to know. Don't share your financial situation with people who don't understand the principles of wealth building. And don't share your personal battles with just anyone because often it's better to handle those quietly, taking the necessary steps to grow, learn, and improve. But here's the most important takeaway. You are in control of your narrative. You have the power to decide what you share and with whom. You have the power to guard your mindset, protect your energy, and stay focused on what matters most. The world doesn't need to know every little detail of your journey. What they need to see is your resilience, your results, and your relentless drive to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. I want you to think about your life like this. You're building something remarkable. It's not about the applause or recognition you get along the way. It's about what you're doing when no one's watching. It's about what you're putting into the work, how you're investing in your future, and how you're overcoming challenges quietly and consistently. And when you finally reach that level of success, when you've created something real, something meaningful, then you'll be able to share it. But by then, you won't need to seek anyone's approval. Your results will speak for themselves. The people who doubted you will be the ones asking, "How did you do it?" So, as you move forward in your journey, I challenge you to be mindful of the information you share and with whom. Keep your focus, protect your peace, and stay grounded in your purpose. The road to success isn't easy, but it's far more manageable when you guard your thoughts, your plans, and your struggles from the wrong influences. Remember, you've got everything it takes to succeed, but how you protect your goals, your energy, and your vision will determine just how far you can go. Keep your head up, keep your heart strong, and keep moving forward. And whatever you do, don't let anyone steal your dream by filling your mind with doubt. Protect your vision, and one day, you'll look back and realize it was worth every ounce of effort.